This video is for the people who are really into lanterns. I've always been into like lanterns and lights and a lot of different types of things. And this is a Coleman lantern that is unused and unlit. So basically brand new from September of 1980. So it's labeled on the bottom with 980. There's no rust on this thing. It's been inside the whole time. I picked this up on Facebook Marketplace about 5 years ago. I did pay $100 for it. Normally I would not pay that much for a lantern because you can buy used lanterns on Facebook pretty cheap, $20 to $30, under 50 bucks at least. Kind of has gone up a little bit. I did not have anything that had never been used. It even still has the tag on the top. So this thing is pretty cool. And on the inside there is a registration form. So we're gonna open that up. But it's kind of cool because it talks about stuff that we don't even have anymore, or at least the top income on here is only, just if I remember, like not very high. It even comes with some original silk mantles. So let's check this out. This is basically just going to be me looking at this. So it does have the top piece, and it has this little piece of paper on the top. It says, remove ball nut below, replace after installing top. You know, so kind of cool. Top still in good shape. I also like that it has orange glass, and I don't have any lanterns that have orange glass. The top is green, the inside of it's black, or like basically the steel color still. But like I said, it has the orange glass, which is cool. I don't have any orange glass globes. This one is made in America, used on 220 and 228, made in America for Coleman. It doesn't even say Pyrex, so it must be before the Pyrex glass. But that's pretty cool. All of the lanterns I have are just the clear glass, so I don't want to break this because this is pretty cool. So we'll set that one right over here. We'll put it down there so we make sure we don't break it. And it has some Silk Lite mantles. I believe these are the original ones. Made in USA, Coleman. Grade A heavy duty type for all gasoline and propane lanterns, 21A. I believe these maybe are the ones that will like register on a Geiger counter. I don't know exactly when they stopped using those. The lantern, like I said, is September of 80. But we'll just look at the lantern real quick. Everything is still in really good shape. No rust. It's just kind of fun to have. You know, I assume people that are watching this have seen lanterns before. Even still holds pressure. So it'd probably need a little bit of oil, but I can feel that the pressure is still staying in there, so that's pretty cool. I like that. But check this out. This is the Coleman registration form on here. And I guess you mail it and send it back. It's got some artwork on the front of it. It's kind of cool. We've got two people camping, looks like. It even looks like it has like some sort of heater over here. We got the gas stove on the little table and a little tent, little cooler, another cooler, and you've got a little lantern right here in the corner. But one thing I think is interesting is on here it says you can put your family income, and it only goes up to $50,000 total. So under 10,000, 10 to 14, then it goes up to 45 to $50,000 or 50,000 and over. It's probably changed by now. I don't even know if they give you a warranty card anymore. It's probably all online. But it asks a bunch of questions. Which of the credit cards do you have? Travel, American Express, Diners Club, or Carte Blanche? I don't even know if that's a thing anymore. I'm only 40. So it's a vintage lantern, but I know a lot of people who watch this are going to say, well, it's not really vintage, but I know what you mean. So what are you into? Tent camping, camper travel, hunting, boating, picnicking, cooking, spectator events? Check one product color you prefer. Here we go. We can bring back some product colors. We got red, blue, yellow, brown, orange, green. I have a red lantern right here. I do not have a blue lantern. I do not have a yellow lantern. I have a brown lantern. I do not have an orange lantern, and I have a green lantern. So there's a lot of different color lanterns. You can say what you prefer. It'd be interesting to know what some of their data was back then. And here's the different lanterns. 201, 220, 228, 275. The stoves. Which of the following have you done in the past? Redeemed a product coupon, ordered from a mail order catalog. I did that with Legos back in the day. Sent a product inquiry card from a magazine. I've never done that. Bought an item from received in mail. Entered a sweepstakes. So there is no internet purchase on here. Month and year of your birth, if you're married, unmarried, your age, do you own a house, rent a house, own a townhome or apartment. So there's just a lot of little data on here that they would use. So even in 1980, they were trying to collect all of our data and see what they could learn about us. But now it's a lot easier because they just have it on us from the internet. So on the back here, they have your occupation. You can only check one, they say. You have the professional, technical, upper management, sales, clerical, craftsman, student, housewife, or retired. I feel like there's a lot more occupations now. And what are the interests and your hobbies? We got a bunch of outdoor hobbies. Home video games is on here. CB radio, anybody into CB radio still? Gardening, plants, electronics, candles, crafts, wines, astrology, the astrology or the occult. That's an option on here. Interesting. Real estate investment, probably should have had more of that in my life. We appreciate you taking the time for filling this out, they say. So you would fill out this little registration form, send it in, and you'd get another year of your warranty. But honestly, these things last more than a year without even having to try or do much work on them. But here's the lantern. We'll put it back together. I've got my Silk Lites mantles. We'll put them on the inside. So this is older than I am, and it's in better shape than I am. We'll put the registration form back. We'll put the globe back in. I really want to see what the orange globe looks like, but I don't want to light it because I don't really want to make it dirty. And I really like having one lantern that is unlit and unused. I have a whole shelf of lanterns in my house, and they are a great conversation starter. Everybody that comes over is always asking about them. So this is my lantern right here that I picked up on Facebook Marketplace. I'm still getting used to a camera with a viewfinder on the side, so I'm trying to get used to that. Maybe I'll have to hide it so I don't see it. That way I won't look at it anymore. But this was the Coleman Lantern that I like. So if you like camping stuff, lights, this was my brand new Coleman Lantern. I am no professional lantern fixer. I've tried to fix a few of them. I really just kind of like the idea of having the old lanterns when I'm camping. But I'm all about lights and just different things, and I really like these old ones. So thank you for watching. I know this was quick, and we will see you in the next video.